Left. All right, guys. Hey, welcome to another episode of Happy Hour Live Chat. I'm Jerry with BigJ's Knives.
John from J.O.Ventures Outdoors.
All right, guys. We don't need our names down in the thing anymore. I think everybody kind of knows this, who we are and what we're doing here. But guys, Kevin is not going to be here today. He's got a family member that fell a little ill, so he's going to be dealing with that tonight. But he will be back next week in full swing. He wanted me to tell everyone that he appreciates all the good thoughts and messages and everyone that's responded to his open tag. He has been watching those videos and he appreciates it. But tonight
I made a playlist for that.
Yeah, and I sent it to him. And J.O., we planned on him being on here for a couple of weeks now. So me and J.O., we go back a little bit and have been communicating quite a bit and even got to meet in person over at the Case event.
Oh, that was so much fun, man.
It was. It was a blast.
Yeah.
And then we got to meet Radio Geek and Byron Kennedy.
Yeah, that was such a great day. And the people there at Ossian Hardware were just fantastic. And they reposted my video on their Facebook page and were just so supportive and just loved it that we were there supporting their event and their business. So
that guy was top notch. That owner of that store.
Yeah.
Just a stand-up guy, I thought. And the games and raffles and everything they were doing and the food, it was catered.
Yep. And they drove that Jeep that the one lady, the representative from Case, drove it out from Bradford, Pennsylvania, which I thought that was awesome to have that Jeep there. I just thought that was a nice touch, And so if you ever have an opportunity, you need to go to a Case event. I highly recommend it.
Well, my son had to come that route when he come back because his trucking company that he works for is over just across the border in Ohio. So he came that exact route to come to the house. And I told him, I was like, if that Ocean Hardware is open, because they got more case knives than any store I've ever been to. Now, I've not been to Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but for a hardware store,
that they have a lot for a hardware store. My Ace here has a few, and it's really funny. They're always on 15% off, and they send you these $10 off cards. And so I've gone in there and purchased a few things out of that, but they have not even near the selection that this hardware store had. It was a do it best hardware in Ossian, and they were well stocked. Yeah. And when I had called them ahead of time, Big J, just to make sure that everything was on, and they said, we're ordering more for the event.
Yeah,
well, we're going to be well stocked, beforehand. So, but I think it'd still be well worth a stop there. If you're ever south of Fort Wayne, Indiana, in that area, that's about where it's located. So,
and you could tell they always had quite a bit just because of the amount of wall displays they had.
Yeah, they had lots of space.
Yeah. So, we got to talk a little bit about giveaways and stuff like that. Georgia Adventure donated that Queen bird and trout. So we're going to give that away. I'm going to try to get my son in here to actually draw the tickets. And I got the tickets in the case cup. They're tiny because I'm too dumb to make the font bigger. So I just called. So this is little Big J. Now be careful. I want you to pull they're tiny. Pull one. Don't look at it. Make sure it's just one. Yep. Read the name on it.
North Star Knife Reviews.
Oh, holy! Show the people. Show them if you can.
I don't know if it'll pick up or not.
Yeah, North Star Knife Reviews. So congratulations, Ray. That's awesome. So just lay that down.
So what's he get, Big J? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, what he is going to win is this Queen bird and trout knife.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
This was donated by Randy over at Georgia Adventure.
Awesome.
And I like it because Ray supports our live chat a lot too. So
yeah,
couldn't go to a better guy. I mean, I hate to say that. Oh, Mike Curtis with $10.
Oh, thank you, Mike. And
thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, Randy, Georgia Adventurer, for that donation. All your support. I mean, he's just fantastic in the community. He's been so supportive of me and many other channels. So appreciate you, Randy.
Before?
And I don't know if North Star's even in here tonight. Tom was kind of talking to him yesterday when we were out and about, but I will reach out to him and let him know he won. And just to prove that, there's other tickets in here,
Yeah, Ray and I have traded things back and forth.
Paul Bessemer.
So
Jersey Knife Guy. So yeah, gee whiz.
Very good. Congratulations to Ray at North Star Knife Reviews. That's awesome.
Yes, it is. And I got something else I'm going to send him, so it's going to work out perfectly. I've already got a box ready. I got to get to him. So
I know what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be perfect.
That's awesome.
Man, that just makes my heart. That made me a little happy right there, everybody.
Yeah.
Because the amount of giving. And Jersey Knife Guy sent a box yesterday full of goodies. So what we're going to do is talk about the December raffle really quick. Type in the word Christmas if you want a ticket for the Christmas raffle. Remember, only one ticket per episode, but just type in the word Christmas. And guys, if you look at the banner, we got Sarge knives in the banner because Tom at Knife Delights donated this awesome Sarge knife, the Turbo Lock. I did a video on this before, but it's an EDC knife from Sarge Knives. So that's going to be one gift.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here's the cleaning cloth and some swag that goes with it. TK, of course, donated a bunch of stuff here lately. Now, Jersey Knife Guy yesterday sent that box, and I want you guys to look at what was in that. Look at this fire starting kit.
That is cool.
Very
cool. Hey, Pete, you're just a classy guy. You know it?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I told him, I'm like, dude, I've got to. I told him, I was like, I've got to add that to the Christmas raffle. And he's like, do what you want, brother. I got a couple of these USA Velcro tags to go on like hats and stuff, or your bag or whatever. Frank Keller donated this Victorinox with Christmas.
Ooh, that's very cool.
So it's got wood handles.
Yeah.
And I
was telling Big J that's got a file on it, and I believe it's one of the Evo series, the Evo grip series, but with wooden scales. But I don't know that for sure.
And when Frank sent that, he sent a bunch of stuff in this Wii case. So I'm just going to send this case along with it, and you guys can put whatever you want in it.
Oh, those are great for traveling when you want to take just a few knives with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So that's that's going to be our Christmas raffle. I don't know exactly when we'll draw for that because Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve is both on a Sunday. So we may have to do a special episode or something, or maybe do it the first week of January. But there's the box of Christmas goodies that's already boxed up. And tonight, for the giveaways tonight, brother, RW sent a bunch of these more knives.
RW.
Carbon steel.
Yeah.
Nice, awesome slip with some swag I threw in there.
Oh, very good.
And North Star Knife Reviews sent this right here.
Ooh.
So it's one of those Kubaton, I think.
Oh, yeah, Kubaton. I think I gave you one of those too, maybe. I don't know.
It's to get people to understand, I guess. Hey, listen to what I'm saying.
To get the point.
Teach English. So that'll be the first drawing. Now the second drawing, you also donated all this stuff. Now I knew J.O. was going to come on again, so I kept some of his stuff to the side. But you've donated this Night Eyes.
Oh yeah.
The Night Eyes clip.
Yeah, those are pretty cool.
You donated this fixed blade, this Ozark Trail, but
it's the Ozark Trail like cheapo fixed blade, but it's really good. It's for like $5. It's really decent. I mean,
and you made this.
Yeah, I mean, because the slip that comes with the sheath that comes with it is not very good. So, I have a nice side draw, to go with it.
And I'm sure that this will fit more than this if you want to put something else in it.
I think so, yeah. And that's made out of 4 to 6 ounce veg tan leather. That sheath is.
And I got some TK and JO stickers in there too.
Yeah.
So, guys, there's a lot of stuff to give away. So there's the 2 drawings just for tonight. So again, type Christmas in the chat to get a ticket for the box of goodies and the Sarge knives. And if you visit Sarge Knives, Knife Delights has a 15% discount code. Just type in Knife Delights for 15% off. All right.
Cool.
So let's get right into it, man. We've talked about giveaways. We've done a giveaway. So what's new with you? What new knives and stuff you got? What do you got going on over there?
Oh gosh, I got a lot of stuff. So do you want to talk about new knives or warranties first?
Whatever you want to do. This is all
warranty.
about you. And guys, you need to subscribe to J.O.Ventures Outdoors. If you're not subscribed, you need to do it right now.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that very much. Okay, so we went to that case knife event, and I bought a Sodbuster Junior with mahogany bone peach jig. I can't remember the name, but it has carbon steel, and it was really cool. And so I was all excited there, Big J. I don't know. I guess I didn't look at it very closely. I thought it was okay, and then I got the blade sittering was great. I got it home, and it had blade play. I'm like, oh man, and it had gapping. So I thought, well, I'll just live with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole next week, it just got worse. And so I finally decided to contact Case and send it back to them. And I contacted them. They said, yeah, I sent them photos, and I've got a video coming out tomorrow on the whole experience. So I won't give it all away. But long story short is I got it back in the mail, and it has no blade play. And the gapping is considerably better. And you'll see all this on the video. They cleaned it up, and I sent this to them. They received it on the 17th of November, and I got it yesterday, the 2nd of December. So, if you have a case knife, especially that, needs a little work, I'm not saying that every experience is the same, because I watched Big Red's video, and he didn't have a very good experience with his situation, but I did, and they fixed it. And so I talk about the whole thing and give the whole timeline and how they communicated. But I'm super stoked to get that back. And of course, I've got it in the JO slip. This is a forest green slip that I made for it, and there on the back. I don't know if you can see it very well. My camera's not that great, but so. Anyway, so I got it in that. And so that came back to me yesterday. I was also contacted by, a couple of years ago, I traded a bunch of knives for $1.55 at a pawn shop that I work with all the time. And it had a blade that was kind of worn down, and it was pretty scratched up. But I thought it was cool. And I got it for like $10 or less. And, $1.55s are expensive.
Yeah.
And so I finally decided, I was kind of inspired by TK's video on his buck warranty experiences. And so I decided to send it back. So I got, and that was in August. So I got an email this past week saying they were sending it back to me. So I'll have a video on that experience as well and show the $1.55. So I'm excited to see that. So those are new. And then I did a trade for Leatherworks with Baxter Blades. And I did a video on this already, but it was to make a slip for a Case mini trapper. And I really wanted the carbon steel edition. So this is the black Delrin handles, or black synthetic handles with the carbon steel. And so you can see that right there, CS USA. And this is the fit and finish on this particular knife is fantastic. And so I'm really enjoying this a lot. And so that's a new knife for me. Of course, I have that in a JO slip that I've had for a while.
Now, to me, isn't the fit? I
Those
always find it the fit and finish on the mini trappers are pretty good.
Oh, are they?
That's what I always kind of notice. Like I kind of
Yeah.
pick up a lot of mini trappers and just feel them. You know, Lee has quite a bit, and I've got a few, but
And I got a full size trapper. I've had this for a while, and I had to go through. Yeah, just like it. Everybody has one of these, I guess. But you know, I had to kind of look through a few of them before I bought one.
yeah.
And I bought this at the local hardware in person. It's got CV steel. And it had been there for quite a while because it had an older box. So I don't know what year it is. I'd have to look at it, but I think 2018. But it's got pretty nice fit and finish on it. And I love this. This is fantastic. But
Yeah, the one I got CV too. I actually just traded this
cool.
to Kevin.
But then I've also been on the hunt for a USA made. So I watched Michael's video, Michael Richter, and I saw his 94 OT gunstock. I think it's called still a gunstock trapper.
Is it the one with? Is it the locking one?
No, his is the two-bladed one.
Okay.
But I was on eBay searching for either that or a 194 for a long time, and they either had a broken blade, they wanted a ton of money for them, you know, like they wanted $100 for them or something, or
Yeah.
you know, they were like either mint or they were all broken and you know terrible, and
Or sharpened with a grinder.
sharpened with just sharpened down to nothing, you know. And I was just like,
Yeah.
man, this is getting depressing. So I just basically given up, you know.
Yeah.
And we went to that case event. My wife had gone and spent the weekend with her daughter, and she said, hey, there's a flea market down the road on Sunday. And I was like, oh, really? Okay. So I went down that flea market, and I'm searching through there. I bought a couple little things, and I'll show you something else I got there. But I went to this one guy's, and he had the little case, you know, with the glass on it. Of course, where night guys are always like right to those, you know. And I look in there, and there's a gunstock trapper in there. And he had a USA made 194 OT. It's the locking blade one, okay, the gunstock trapper 194 OT. And I was like, oh, I bet he wants a ton of money for this. And it looked worse than this. I cleaned it up a lot and I sharpened it and all this. And I said, well, how much you want for it? He's like, $15. I couldn't get it's like Big J always says, I couldn't get my money out fast enough.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, okay, I'll take it. And before you change your mind, you know, and so I'm just thrilled with this.
Yeah.
And so I love that. This is just, you know, what the size wise is just a little bit bigger than a mini trapper, you know, in size. So it's kind of a sweet size for a trapper.
Yeah.
It's smaller than the full size case. So I love that a lot. And then Michael Richter said he sent me a message. He said, do you have any more USA old timers? I said, well, I've got a pal, you know, it's kind of got a lot of blade play and stuff. And he said, well, I want to send you one. Well, that was a USA made 77 OT.
Oh my
muskrat. And he said, I want to see you clean that up. And so this is it after I cleaned it up. Yeah. And man, it's in great condition. And so I asked him, I said, well, do you have any Victorinox? He's like, oh, those little fellers, you know. He's like,
yeah.
No, I don't have very many of those, but I think they're pretty, you know, useful and everything. And so I sent him a couple Victorinox and a couple other things and just small, you know, swag items too.
Yeah.
But he honestly probably should have sent him something more substantial, but yeah, he got this for a great deal at a flea market or somewhere. And,
yeah.
I'm very appreciative of this. That was a very nice gift. And so I'm loving both of those. So yeah, I'm getting some great stuff here. But
I picked up a couple of Victorinoxes yesterday, and
Oh,
Jesse
cool.
come over earlier, and I gave him the choice. I was like, you can have a Plum Axe, or you can have this Victorinox. It was in the tin. It was an SD Classic. It was in a Victorinox tin, and you guys will see this in a video that'll come out later tonight or tomorrow. It's called A Day with Knife Delights. And it had Horowitz. Like, it was made for like Horowitz music, I guess. Maybe they gave them out to people that work. What's that?
You mean Hoffritz?
I don't know the music. I thought it was always Horowitz, but I don't know. You know, the guys that make the musical instruments or whatever.
Oh, okay. All right.
And
maybe it's got an ad on it then.
Or maybe it is Hoffert's. I don't know. Jesse probably be able to tell you. You know, I'm getting old and can't see, but it was brand new in the tin. I got it for $8, and it had the tall Victorinox tin.
Oh, cool!
And it had the retainer in there that SD Classic snapped down into.
Oh, cool!
Oh,
I've never seen anything like that. I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'll show it. It's in a video that I've got coming out. Yeah, I'll probably put it out tonight. Because, man, me and Tom, we met up yesterday and we ran to town, buddy. We were doing videos.
I wish I could have come over.
Yeah, the woman at the first place is like, you guys are filming. I'm like, he's like, yeah, we're YouTubers. And to come to find out, she is the sister of a guy I work with.
Oh, wow.
Because she said, my brother is so-and-so and works in Steam. And I'm like, I know exactly who he is. He's I talk to him every day probably. So it was nice. And she was very appreciative of us. You know, we actually did something outside and I pointed to the sign and everything. So yeah, she was, yeah.
Well, Jesse McJames, hey brother, I'm glad you're doing. I hope you're doing well. He said that he saw my video on the Opinel that Jack gave me from Factors of Jack.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Oh my gosh,
yeah, it's a good one.
Blown away by that. That's an Opinel number 8 in carbon steel, but Jack did this burning work on it. So I wanted to show this again since Jesse. Yeah, it's Hoffritz. Oh, if you got a Hoffritz, you got something good there.
Well, there you go, Jesse.
I've got a couple. I've got one Hoffritz.
Okay.
But yeah, so look at this. And then on the other side, look what, I don't know if I can get the angle right. There it is. There it is, J.O.V.O. And he did a mustard patina on it.
That's nice.
And he's got, this has been cut out, so it has nice grip. And then he did these beads. Of course, I had a slip that I could use for it, but he did these beads.
Nice.
That wood burning on the bead. I mean, just phenomenal work. I just was really blown away by that. And then Tim School of Fish,
he's another good one. He's a good one. Yeah.
Drying stuff, Well, he sent me a Joker NE21 and he dyed the handle. He's got a great video on how he did it and everything. But look at this. And he put a clear coat on there. And this is a slicey little thing. And I love that way the handle is curved like that.
Wow.
I didn't know this was coming. It was raining knives and stuff last week. But I just was blown away by all these really generous gifts. And then Randy sent me a slip. Randy's WSG.
Yeah. He just hit 1,000, right?
He just hit 1,000. Congratulations, Randy. This is for you. And I've got a box ready for you. So a couple items, not a whole lot. I don't know if it quite matches what you're sending me here, and I put one of Jack's beads on it. So this fits the muskrat really well.
Yeah.
So I got the muskrat in there, but just really thank you, Randy. That was awesome of you. And
so tell us about the Hofferts. I don't know anything about them. So
well, let's see. There's others that probably know more, but I believe it was like a distributor or a department store that actually co-branded Victorinox knives.
Okay.
And they're not as they're a little bit rare if you find one. And I have one. If I can find it here, but it's a little different model than what you're talking about here. Oh yeah, here it is. I think this is it. So I got this. So lots of times you'll see it right on the Tang stamp, but you can see it right there. See, Hoffritz.
Okay.
If
This
you
is actually
see
on the
that-
outside. This is on the scale.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the
Sometimes they
scale.
are on the scale,
Yep.
but it's right there on that. But you turn around and it is a Victorinox.
Yeah. It might be on the Tang too. I don't know, but
This is a Pocket Pal that has, you know, a pin blade, spare pin blade. But the other thing that's different about this that makes it very unique too and old is it has brass liners and pins.
okay.
You know, on there. So when I saw this in a $5 to $10 box at the pawn shop, and I was like, I saw that Hoffritz. I'm like, I'll take this one.
Yeah.
And so it didn't look like this. It was pretty rough looking. But if you find one of those, grab it.
Yeah, I did, and he's the now proud owner. It was actually So we went over to St. Joe, Illinois, and this is in the video where we went and stuff. But it was actually the same guy who yelled at me for wanting to open the K-bar. But, you know, I was like, I got Tom with me. Let's just stop everywhere. And he told Tom too not to open the knife as well. But I picked up this little classic here. It's just the one with the nail nick thing on it.
Does it not have the key ring then?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
But it has Victoria on the Tang, on one side of the Tang.
Victoria?
And on the other side of the Tang, it's got your Victorinox. Just very similar to what you just showed.
Yeah.
But on this side, it's got Victoria.
Victoria means it's an older model as well.
Well, there we go.
So I think you might have a little gem there too. Does it have a key ring? Does it have a key ring?
It doesn't.
Okay. So it could be a bijou. Victorinox bijou is a Victorinox that doesn't. It's a SD Classic without the key ring, but some of them had. I believe some of them had the screwdriver end, and some of them didn't. You know, the Classic doesn't have the screwdriver. The SD Classic does have the screwdriver end. So, but if you found a Victoria anything, that would be worth looking into further. And somebody like Mark Kaufman or Tobias or others might even know more about that. But you could also look on SackWiki, website, and they will tell you more about it. But that could be a real find as well.
Now, one thing I noticed was the tweezers has an aluminum end to it.
Yeah, and that's another clue that that's an older model. So would you pay? Can I
$3?
Oh my gosh. Swiss Army Dan. Yes, LD pocket knives. The Swiss Army Dan. That's another good one. And Swiss Army Grizz. He hasn't done very many videos lately.
We got Ray in here. Ray, I did send him an email while you were on solo, but Ray, you won the Queen Bird and Trout, Ray.
Cool. I'm not keeping up with the chat, you all, very well. So I'm just gabbing away here. But
so North Star, you won the USA Bird and Trout, brother. It's coming your way with that other thing I told you I was going to send you. So
yeah. Wow.
Congratulations.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. I said, it was in like a ashtray, and it said everything in the ashtray $3. It was missing a toothpick, and I had an extra bag of toothpicks, but it don't fit down in there very good. I don't know if the toothpicks for the
probably a little different style toothpick. Yeah, it's kind of the way this Hoffritz Pocket Pal was, and it was just in a box of knives, and the same thing with I got a Master Fisherman.
Okay.
That way, which is a Wenger model, Master Fisherman. And this looked terrible. And it was just in that box of junk knives. Well, this is a discontinued model, of course. It's a Wenger. Yeah. And, it has scissors and everything worked. But it has this, has the scale cleaner and the hook decorder. So you can find some real gems in those boxes. So
Baxter says he's going to fly out here. Hey, brother, do it. I got no problem with that. I'll even pick you up from the Indianapolis airport. I'll drive up.
Yeah, we'll pick you up.
I don't care.
Go knife shopping.
Yeah, because man, I tell you what, meeting you guys in person is well worth the sacrifice it takes to do it.
It's much better. I mean, this is great. I love
Yeah.
it. I've been looking forward to it all week. But meeting in person is really great. I know Randy at Georgia Adventure really wants us to all meet, and
Yeah, that'd be
I don't know
great.
if it'll happen for all of us, but that it would be a nice thing to do sometime, to have a dedicated event for that. So
Frank Keller's asking, what style of can opener does that Victorinox have? Are you talking about the one you sent me to give away?
whoa, he might be talking about mine. It has the dog leg, Frank. Let me see if I can get it out. Oh, geez.
There's the one you sent for the giveaway. Oh my, look at that thing. Holy crap.
So that's a dog leg can opener. And if you have that, Frank, is that what you were looking at? You're looking for?
Yeah.
And I think I can't remember what year I got this set up, but in the 70s. So there's your dog leg. And on it has like instructions on how to use it. Right on the Tang stamp. It's kind of cool. But,
yeah.
Let's see. This also has, it's got the winger style blade, awl and everything. But yeah, this is an older one with that.
How many times did you bite yourself with this can opener?
That is pretty cool. I have a knife that has that same style can opener.
Oh, crazy.
I got a K-bar that was my father's knife, my father-in-law's father's knife. And this one right here. Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah. They call it lobster, right? Lobster claw or something?
Lobster. I don't know if it's a lobster. It might be, yeah. But this is a K-bar multi-tool of some sort. I couldn't find a lot of information on this, but I think it's from the 40s. And it has this right there. And I can't for the life of me remember what that square was used for. I think it was gas lights, turning gas lights on.
I would bet you're 100% correct with that. And Frank Keller's like the dog lick style or old ones. Yeah.
And somebody commented and said that that's what it was used for. But I had to file the kick on this blade because it was sticking up. But yeah, this is a very cool knife. And it has that style can opener. But
well, J.O., we got like 50 people in here. And since we got 50, I wanted to wait to thank everybody. First of all, I want to thank you for coming on and being a great supporter of me in the show. EDC Leatherworks, Georgia Adventure, Jersey Knife Guy, yourself, Knife Delights, Tim School of Fish, Mike Curtis, Byron Kennedy, Baxter's Blades, Jesse McJames, North Star Knife Reviews, TK, Thrifty Kaniffy, Radio Geek, Doomcrew Outdoors, Dwayne Letterman, RW, and Frank Keller. So I always like to thank everybody at least twice a show. So yeah, dude. I tell you, you got my heart beating over this little Victorinox, brother.
I do a little research on that. See what you can find out. What the year might be on that, because I think you might find it's old.
Yeah, and Jesse,
whether it's worth anything, I don't know. But
I'm glad Jesse, because I gave him the choice. You can have this, or you can have the Victorinox in the tin. And he was like, he already has this, and this is a plum, probably 1950s. He said it does need rehandled. But I bought this yesterday when me and Knife Delights were out. It needs rehung.
That's nice.
I got it for $20, and the head's definitely worth 20. So, and I told Jesse today, I was like, well, eventually you're probably going to get that anyway. So, you can take the Victorinox now, the plum, because we're all the time swapping stuff. You know what I mean? So man,
that's cool. That's cool. Hey, you sent me a couple knives.
I did. Just And how do you like the 940?
Wait a minute. I forgot all about it here. I need to get it. It's in my toolbox here. Well, I'm afraid to carry it.
Not carry it. I've carried it. Take it to work.
That just like
it's smooth.
Does something to me every time I do it.
Yeah.
You know, this is just awesome. I see why people like it. You know, I do have a Benchmade. Everybody knows probably I have a Benchmade Bug Out.
Yeah.
I have the Ranger Green Edition. This is, a pretty special knife to me. And I probably don't even have to do that. It'd probably fall.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're very, it's very similar, but there's something about this 940 that it
hits a little different, don't it?
It hits a little different. It's a little stouter. It feels fantastic in the hand. Yeah. I haven't done a video. Well, I did a little preview video on it here recently, but yesterday. But I do plan to do video on this. I promise I will give it back maybe. And then he also sent me the Cold Steel Airlight to check out. And I'm very impressed with this knife.
That knife was very cheap. I got it on sale for like $40, I think.
Oh, really? $40?
Yeah, it was on Amazon on sale. There was a special sale, and I just hopped on and bought it.
Might have to pull the trigger on this. I might see if I can get a used one.
Yeah, Byron said we need to do another meetup for pizza. That pizza he had us eat was fire, wasn't it?
That was Byron Primo. That was great. That pizza.
2 pieces of that, and you're stuffed for a week.
Oh, it was good. Byron, he is so generous. Where's that knife he gave me? Oh, I love that thing too. I just love
And then Terrell's saying he's carrying a pocket-worn case trapper and a sheath J.O. made just for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's great, Terry. I'm glad you're doing better too.
Yeah.
And, I've made a lot of leather work for Terry, and I enjoy it every single time. And I'm really glad you're getting a lot of good use out of those, Terry.
He's the one who paid you to make the ones for like Warthog and those guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's been a very good supporter, and I appreciate Terry very much. Appreciate his friendship, and we email back and forth. And now he's on Instagram, so now that's even easier.
Yeah, the Instagrams.
So, go back and forth. Yeah.
And Todd says nothing like a cold steel that thwack when you lock the place. It does really. It's too loud to even take to my work because I'm in there.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's just loud.
Yeah, and you're probably in the same environment I'm in, so
nobody seems to really care. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, but I wouldn't just flash this out, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah,
in a meeting or anything, you know, I wouldn't like to pull this out. But I do carry similar knives. I try not to get too crazy with the length of the blade and all that because I do think we have a restriction, but nobody really talks about it and knows about it. But you do want to be, I guess, sensible, of course. But
yeah, I had some guys messing around, and a superintendent came in and was like, "What is that?" And they're like, I just brought it in to show Jerry." And it was had like a 6-inch blade on it.
Oh my God.
Well, why are you showing it to Jerry? Well, he's the knife guy around here. And I'm like, dude, don't mention my name.
Did you bring something like this in?
It was a little smaller than that, but I'm like, don't mention my name. You know, I didn't bring it in. And you know where I'm at, you know.
Yeah, I do, because I'm in a very similar place.
Yeah.
Just in another state. Another big
Baxter Blades says what restrictions. And Baxter, if me and you were one-on-one, I would tell you, but I can't on here.
Yeah, it's not. I really don't know. I haven't really found definitive restrictions, you know, and so
ours is 3-inch.
Sensible wherever I go, because
ours
I think
is 3.
Yeah, I just think it. I think if you're sensible with it, and when you bring your knife out and things, then it's better for the knife community as a whole.
Yes.
Better for the PR part of it, but I do carry them. I carry some pretty big ones. I've carried a $110 to work before, but so I mean,
and as long as you aren't flipping it out one-handed, and maybe if you can use 2 hands to be a little more sensible, but ours over here is 3 inches. So
oh wow, permanently attached. Oh
cool.
Awesome, great, Jesse. Glad you enjoy them.
He does. I tell you, and he's making a lot more videos. I actually put it on my community page. He made a couple of longer videos. He did one on his bayonets because Alan Rice, who's a West Virginia boy, wanted Jesse to show his bayonets, and he did just a small little, I think 6 or 7 minute video because he has a ton of them. And then he did another one on some EDC blades he's been carrying, and he's another one.
Watch him. I haven't had a chance to watch him yet, but I've seen him, so I'll have to get in there.
Yeah, he's getting more into traditionals, which I think falls in line with what he is, because he's into axes big time. He's the guy who, when I first started doing axes, I met with him, and just a superb guy. So I think the traditional, I told him that on a comment, I'm like, I think with what you're into axes and old military stuff, I think traditional is a great route for you. So, yeah. So what else? You got anything else new over there that you've purchased lately?
Well, what have I purchased? Well, it seems like most of what I guess you could count this. You know what I'm going to bring out, don't you?
Probably. Yep, I got one too.
I spent a whopping $5 on it at Walmart. It is the new access lock, Ozark Trail. So the action is not quite as good as last year's.
Yeah, not at all.
Did you notice that too? I've been working on it.
I've tried
pivot, and I've done all kinds of things to it, but
I tried the exact same thing. I couldn't get nothing. And then my blade centering. Look at that garbage.
Oh, mine's much better.
So I didn't even open these till after me and Tom went to Walmart, and Tom brought 2 or 3. Yeah, yours is good.
Yeah, I loosened the pivot just a little bit. I did the Pete from Jersey Knife Guy.
Yeah, I did that too.
And I loosened the pivot. I put some Kin's lube in there. I sanded the top of the blade area.
Because that's rough when it goes around that turn.
Very rough, yes. And it's better. It's better. It's been fun. I've been carrying it all week, actually. Yeah. Just trying to break it in and check it out. But, $5. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know it's an Ozark Trail. It's not as exciting as the Benchmade 940, of course.
Well, what I did is I just bought 3 different ones.
Yeah.
And I'll use these as giveaway because I figured, $15. Why not? Just pull the trigger and buy them and send them. And if people don't like them, they can give them away or whatever. But
yeah, that's right.
Another thing I picked up yesterday, and I did a video on this, was this old timer 80T.
Ooh,
man, I like this.
Yeah, that's very nice.
It's a good one. But all the meat's on the bone. I don't think it was ever sharpened. It does have a little bit of scratching on the shield, which I think someone just put it in their pocket and maybe put their keys in there with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
no, that's very nice.
Got some snappability.
Yeah.
And also got a old timer. Is it the 34 OT? This smaller one.
Oh wow.
3.5 incher. It's a little faded. So someone must have had this under some light because look at the collar difference.
Mm-hmm.
They're both USA, and they're both carbon steel knives because they don't have the plus.
Oh, that's cool.
But this one just must have been under some harsh lighting or something. But it's a good one.
I think I saw some comments about knives and laws and things. There is a website where you can check knife laws. I just wanted to make sure that people knew I'm not out to break any laws or anything. You need to be aware of that when you're traveling, though, because you never know the situation. So I did want to say that. But those are really
when Kevin's got to go to New York quite a bit, and when he goes to New York, he thinks about that and only takes stuff under 3 inches and not whipper outers. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be really careful, when you're going new places and be aware of that. And so I want to make sure I said that. But
it looks like I'm looking. I've got a big screen now, so if it looks like I'm not paying attention, I'm just reading the comments.
I know. I have another screen over here too. So
I do too with the addresses.
Helps out a lot, and I'm not. Oh, Jesse says in Illinois, there's no length restriction unless you're federal or state buildings or grounds. Okay,
Well,
yeah, you put that up there. That's good.
Well, that definitely applies to me then.
I think, yeah, it would apply to me too in Indiana. But I'm not. Again, I'm not overly. I think it's 3 inches as well. But
and guys, I got to bring up something from Kevin here. All you guys keep up the great work, and thanks for supporting our channels.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely. Kevin, we wish you were here with us, but we definitely understand, brother.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely understand. I want to show something I bought that I ordered. I think I made an offer on eBay and got it. The matching Russell jig tribal lock to my back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I paid a pretty penny for it, but, man, it was worth it.
And where'd you get that?
eBay.
Oh.
I had to pay for it. I even talked them down $10, but I found, it's the match. I think it's about a year younger than this one. This is the back pocket, same bone. And if you look, they both got the tested double X on the bolster. It's just, it's part of that series.
Yeah.
But I found the sow belly to match it. And it's on eBay too. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
So I might try to, I don't know. I might try to wheel and deal that thing. I don't know.
Wow.
Man, that'd be a good one to have. But
I love the covers on that.
Yeah.
Love the covers on that.
The price, man.
Yeah. The price is hefty. But
yeah.
I like the covers on that a lot. Didn't you buy a back pocket at?
Well, that's this one.
Oh, is that the one you bought?
Well, no, that ain't. I didn't buy a back pocket at the event. I bought
tribal lock, didn't you?
This tribal lock.
Yes, that one. Yeah, the gray bone. I thought that was what you got.
Carbon steel.
Oh yeah.
I
have you carried it?
No.
No.
And the blade centering is so good. I mean, because remember they showed me the one that was on display, and I was like,
yeah,
I don't want that one. I said I want to see a different one.
Yeah, the different one. Yeah,
there's a hair off. And I'm kind of anal like that. But I'm glad I decided to have them show me another because this was like
very sweet. Yeah.
75 because I popped that balloon for like 10% off. So I had like I think it was $75 total for that.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, I love it. I loved it.
That's awesome. Well, very, very cool.
What kind of leather projects? I know that someone sent you a expert.
We gotta talk about that. Oh my goodness, what did you start? I think you started it.
I did, but I tell you what, if anyone has a marbles expert and you want a classic looking sheath.
Oh yeah, I'd be glad. I'm getting good at it. I've made 2 of them so far. Here's the second one. So video coming out on this on Wednesday. A gentleman contacted me and said, I have a marbles expert. I want a sheath just like BigJ's. And so there's this knife.
Nice.
Marbles, Gladstone, Michigan, USA. It is basically like yours. It might be it's got the J.O. on it. That's what I'm kind of trying to use as a maker's mark. Since Andrew, he was like, you need a maker's mark. I said,
he scolded you.
He did. He did kind of scold me.
And then he scolded Sarah, and she got one too.
Andrew Baxter way. He scolded me. So so he's right, and so there we go. Oh, Shore Sharp. Hey, how are you, Ryan? Yeah, I've made some. He was really my first. Oh, there we go.
Now I tell you, if we meet up again,
ever see this on a video anywhere, dueling marbles experts with J.O. sheaths.
Yeah.
This one even I think might have turned out better. I don't know. They're both pretty good. Both really did turn out nicely. And I don't know, my lighting is terrible here, but yeah. So this is so great. I mean, what a great fixed blade. Just the perfect size. And, thank you, Andrew. Likes the maker's mark. There it is. I'd like to get it. I may try to do something where I get it all in one stamp. I'm getting better at getting it all lined up, but it's kind of tricky. But anyway.
Yeah, Sarah got some kind of stamp that has SD Leatherworks and something in it.
So Leatherworkers, look at the edge on this. That is about the best edge, and I don't have a belt sander. So, I mean, I guess I kind of toot my own horn here, but I'm really proud of this. I really think it turned out really wonderful.
One thing I'm going to do if we ever meet up again, or maybe one day I'll just send my knife to you and you can stamp your maker's mark into. I don't know if that would work or not.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's already made.
Yeah, it's hard to do when it's already made and might end up messing it up. I could maybe
heat it up, burn it into it.
I could burn it into it, but I wouldn't look as good.
Yeah, but still does something. I don't care if it's on the back. I don't care. What it really looks like, as long as it's.
Yeah, we could talk about it. Maybe somebody else would know a way to do that.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Georgia Adventure. Appreciate your everyone's comments here. And yeah, I made a sheath for Jesse McJames for an Opinel, made Terry several things, made Baxter's Blades several things. And then the other leather project I've got going is for this monstrosity that
where'd you get that thing, man?
From you.
Oh, come on.
It came from Tobias Gibson. It is a Mexican tourist knife. And one of my friends was visiting, and he speaks a little Spanish, and he said that it has a saying on there that says something like something about pigeons don't ball up in a ball or something. I don't know what it is, but it's something weird. But it is a Cavilion, I think is the name of the actual company. But I'm going to do a video on it at some point. But it didn't have a sheath, so I'm working on one for it. Whoops, I just dropped it. Sorry about that. There it is. So I'm practicing on my stamping. It's not quite done yet. I've just glued the strap here. The next thing I'll need to do is stitch this.
Yep.
And then I'll need to pull this around and glue it. This is the belt loop. And then I'll stitch that. And then I'll probably go in and glue this and stitch that. But for these sheaths, as far as leather work is concerned, one of the biggest game changers for me is that little drill press back there. I don't know if you see it or not, but back there, that has just made all the difference in the world. Yeah, thank you, Kent. I know Kent does some work.
Yeah,
he does some beautiful leather work too.
His Instagram is off the charts. And I see him I'm on these case Facebook pages and vintage knife Facebook pages, and he's on all of them. And he's wheeling and dealing. He is a wheeler and dealer, Kent. I see you on there all the time, man, selling and buying.
I see his post on Instagram a lot, and I'm wow.
Yeah.
And of course, Richter, he and I talk back and forth, and Randy's WSG sent me that slip, and he wanted me to critique it. I'm like, I can't hardly find anything wrong with it. I mean, I gave him a couple of suggestions, but nothing big. Randy, you're doing an awesome job. And
honestly, with something like that, practice is just going to make perfect, right?
Practice. Yeah.
Like sharpening a knife.
Yes.
How did I get so good at it? I just sat down and practiced for years.
So I made some other little slips, practicing on some. And Georgia Adventure had that multicolor thread when I was in Tandy last. I bought some. I couldn't resist it. And been practicing with some stamping and just.
Yeah.
This is just one I made for myself, and in this slip I have a flea market find.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
good deal. Yeah.
Amco USA Serpentine Jack, and I cleaned it up. I spent quite a bit of time cleaning it up, but I only paid $1 for it. And it has just a tad bit of blade play. It does have just a little bit, but
Yeah, but how old is that thing?
I think it's a 1957.
Yeah, so well, you know, we can deal with a little bit of blade play on a
It's
57.
going to have a little blade play
Yeah.
that long, you know, but beautiful. I mean, it's just, I love this knife. And I only paid $1 for it.
Yeah. And
So-
Georgia said a drill press is a necessity for drilling through a welt.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what I was using before, Randy, was if you see that Craftsman hand drill, that's what I used before.
Oh my.
And it was incredibly challenging and
Yeah.
took a long time. And so my father-in-law bought me the drill press for my birthday and
Yeah.
recently, and I should have gotten one a long time ago.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Sarah one. I need a new belt sander anyway. So I'm just gonna go get that and a belt sander, get two things. And Georgia said, Randy, got a slip from Randy, excellent job. And I'm just having fun with these comments, man. North Star said it's too cold for him to work in his garage during the winter. So he might try his hand too at making a sheath. That would be awesome, North Star, because I think
Yeah.
he would kill it because he is another guy in the community that just put his mind to it and just make it work.
He definitely would. He has done some excellent work with the handles on those blades that he's made for me. So
Jesse says he's got a belt sander still in the box. Well, we could do some trading, brother. I bought this yesterday with Knife Delights. This is a
cool.
Union. Let me read it here. Union Tool Company out of Charleston, West Virginia.
Yeah.
And you guys know I grew up an hour north of Charleston, West Virginia. Alan Rice, if you're in here, brother, what is this, like carpenter's hatchet they call them or something? And on this side, it's got NYCRR. I don't know if that's who it was made for or whatever, but, you know, this is old.
That's beautiful.
The end of it's, look at, you know, we don't have to worry about rehandling it. I can just really I can just clean this up, sand all that gunk off there, and make her look new again. But I paid $20 for that and $20 for the plum. They were both in the same spot. Cool. So Knife Delights got to see me buy some axes.
Yeah. So I don't have there's a couple other leather projects that really challenged me. And they were for Michael Espinoza. I think he was in here just a little earlier.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't know if you're still in here, Michael, but I made a left-handed, of course I did a video on this too, but so you can go look at it, but left-handed sheaths for a 119 and a 120. And he wanted the ones that were stitched together, two pieces, the old style. And which I was like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Michael's still in there. And I was like, oh great. I mean, because foldovers are so much easier to make, but I think they turned out really nice. So appreciate Michael doing that. He sent me some extras and I showed him in the video, but one of them was this black tinker, and I've been carrying this almost every day. Just like a secondary knife. I cleaned it up just a little bit. It was in excellent shape. And I had given away some of my other tinkers. So this one is just a really great
I got one too.
Yeah.
Got the little thing. Mine's a lot larger, but
tinker. I mean, you just really can't beat it.
Yeah, I need to buy the smaller clip things. But Jersey Knife Guy put me on those little clips that make it stand up and down in your pocket.
It's an essential item with Victorinox, I think. But he sent me a this is called, let me see what it's called. It was an interesting Ideal. The Ideal knife, USA.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody knows anything about this, but Michael sent that as an extra. And it's a very cool little knife. I think that's a saber grind or something. But
yes, it is.
I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this company.
I've seen them.
That's very cool.
And Byron says, congrats on the small drill press, Jovo. Almost impossible to get her done as far as full-size sheets with reinforced welt stitching.
Yep. You got to have a drill of some sort.
Yeah.
And if you don't, the drill press just makes your stitching so much straighter on both sides.
Yeah.
And so I'm set, man. And it's faster. Oh, it's just. So what I do is use a stitching iron, to make the holes where I know where they need to go. And then I just, just go at it. It's awesome. Yeah, it works great.
Well, I wanted to show, someone's going to win one of those carbon Moras tonight. Well, I got mine. I keep mine in my car.
Yeah.
What I did is I put a convex edge on it.
Very good.
So it's got like a Scandi Vex edge on it, kind of like a Bark River. And then the sheath underneath that paracord is a ferro rod and some kindling.
Oh, yeah. I love my Mora.
So I keep that in my car. And I thought, well, if someone's going to win one of these tonight, and if you've seen Baxter Blades' wrap job on that little neck knife he won last week or the week before.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, I like that. That really, I was surprised to see that, to say the least. It looked great, Baxter. So I just wanted to show that. That's what I keep that in the glove compartment of my car.
Oh! I had to. You gave me this.
I did. Yeah, Jersey was showing me one of those the other day. I said I gave one of them to Jovo.
Yeah, and Tim has one. Tim has a Sowbilly, I think. But this is the Whittler.
Yeah,
this is the what do they call it? Split back Whittler.
Yeah,
whatever. Cigar Whittler. Mm-hmm. Cigar Whittler.
It's more of a sleeve board, I think, but
sleeve board, is that what it's called? I don't know.
Well, that's what's his name? Warthog always corrected me on that. Sleeve board is smaller on one side than it is on the other.
Yeah, split spring. It's got two springs, but the main blade goes in the middle.
Yep.
The coping blade and the pin blade. So, but this is a USA trade, and very nice. Got tobacco on there, and comes in this cigar box. I just really appreciate this. This was a very thoughtful, cool gift.
I almost forgot to give it to you because we were at that case event, and
that would have been awful.
And myself and Byron, and then Radio Geek, and then I'm talking to you. That I'm all excited about buying knives, and then we went out to eat, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to give him the thing I brought him. But I'll tell you the story behind that knife. My mother had major surgery last October, and I went in to take care of her. At nighttime, I'm just bored. I'm on eBay. I scored that thing for like $22. So I was like, awesome. I'd never seen one before, and I was just like, I'll just buy it, and if I can get it under $25, it's a deal. And
I keep thinking of things I got here. Well, then you gave me this one, the Old Timer 50th.
Got that from Lee. Yep,
that's a cigar whittler, I guess.
Yeah, they both call them cigar whittlers, but if it's smaller on one, they call it a sleeve. I don't know.
A sleeve board. Okay. Yeah. All right. But this is very, very cool. And I don't use either one of them. And then Baxter, this was just, I think, this was RW. RW gave me this. He won my giveaway, my 750 giveaway. And this is a Frost 40th anniversary full-size trapper. And it comes in this magnetic box. And it has that beautiful red scales on it, and he knows I like Frost, and so there's that. RW, if you're in here, thank you for this.
Yeah, he's a dandy. RW is.
Oh my goodness, look at it.
And like I said, he's the one that sent all them Moras. He sent me 4.
It's just beautiful. I really like it. Really like it. It's not getting carried. It just gets put back.
Baxter says that's awesome.
Yeah, and of course, Andrew and I traded for one as well, and so I have I have several Frost trappers, but this is another one. I should do a video on all my Frost trappers, but this is I believe it's stag handle, right?
Yeah, it looks like stag to me.
Stag handle Frost trapper. Spade blade. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's stag. It's got to be.
Yeah, I think it is. But yeah, you can see it's uneven covers there. But yeah, so I got several of these. There's a brown bone, frost trapper.
You do got quite a few of those.
Yeah. And then I have a yellow one.
Gotta have the yellow
one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got several frost trappers, and then I have several mini trappers that are all frost.
And I believe you got a stag, hen, and rooster little stockman, don't you?
Oh yes, I definitely have that.
I don't know where you got that thing
My
from.
favorite, one of my absolute favorite knives is from you, and hen and rooster, made in Germany. I've carried that a bit. Yeah. I put a little edge on it, actually, too.
Yeah, I never did anything with it, and I didn't. That's the only hen and rooster I had, and you were doing something for me or something. I forget even what it was. I think you donated to my giveaway.
Oh, yeah, you sent it as a thank you.
And I was like, I got to send him something, and I had that.
This. And I was like, man, I love that little hen and rooster.
Randy's saying Frost does a great job on their dye jobs.
Yeah, they really do. And I've got a one here from Doomcrew gave me a Frost.
Old Doomcrew.
This is Ram's Horn, mini trapper from Frost. I didn't know we were going to talk about Frost here, but
hey, it's
lots of Frost.
Yeah.
And he put half stops in this.
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to send you a couple things that I think you'll appreciate more than me. So
that's nice.
Really appreciate it. And then he sent me a floral knife, Victorinox floral knife too.
Yeah.
But
I sent one of them to Kevin not too long ago. The snap on these Victorinoxes are unbelievable.
These are really, really great. So the nylon, these are nylon handles, not Celador. So this is what you'll find on Econoline and economy models as well, the nylon handles sometimes. But also these floral knives or gardeners, they're called the gardener too. But I like this neon. This was part of a series of and they had several colors in that series. But
I got this. I think it's a Bantam. This has a
Bantam,
a blade and a can opener, I think, or with a wire stripper probably, because it's got the half stop. But the walk and talk on these things are crazy.
Oh yeah, they're awesome. The Bantam is awesome. The Walker, if you can get one, is awesome. North Star gave me a Walker. It's a Bantam with a saw.
Okay.
So I believe this is the Walker. Yeah, it is. These are all 84 millimeter. Okay. So it's a Bantam with a saw, and discontinued. But listen to that.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. Yeah. So I haven't carried this one much, but it has the combo tool.
Okay.
So yeah.
I had a hiker, but it was so much like the Tinker.
Oh,
I just bought it to compare the two, and I sent the hiker to Kevin because the only thing is it just has a saw. Other than that, it's just like the Tinker.
So the model with the combo tool that I like the best is the compact.
Okay.
And this has 3D printed glow in the dark scales on it from Walter, a viewer, and of course it has the combo tool. But what's nice about this is just a double layer, and it has the full size scissors.
Yeah.
So you get scissors, a blade, and the combo tool, and you get plus scales with the pin.
Okay.
You got the pressurized ink pen in the back, and then you have the corkscrew with the eyeglass screwdriver, and then of course the pin, straight pin down below, and the parcel hook with the nail file on the back of it. So this is a very versatile model. And they had these on sale here recently. Somebody posted it that they had them for like a really, really great price.
Well, I got my Tinker off of Walmart.com very cheap, like 16 bucks. And then I got the Hiker off of Amazon for 22 or 23.
Oh, cool.
So I just looked, and
the Hiker's cool.
Kevin's asking, what did you put in a corkscrew? Ain't that eyeglass a screwdriver?
Oh, yeah. It's an eyeglass screwdriver. It comes with the knife. And you can buy these separate, though. I have a couple extra, but it just comes out and it has a little bitty screwdriver there. Yeah. But you could put fire tinder in there and some other things. You can buy things to put in there. You can also replace your toothpick with a ferrocerium rod.
Okay.
And you can then make fires with your Victorinox. So there's lots of cool things you can do with Victorinox.
And then Sean over at Watch City says his has an ink pen too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Some models come with the ink pen.
Yeah.
But you can buy plus scales, and they'll sometimes come with the ink pen. And I've customized some of mine to have that. Walter, this viewer, he's been such a great supporter. He sent me all kinds of stuff. So like my Super Tinker has plus scales.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. I tell you what, we've been on a roll. We've already been here an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, are we really? Oh my gosh.
So, hey, you want to do a giveaway?
Yeah, let's do a giveaway. Let's give away stuff.
Do you have a pen and a piece of paper?
No, I don't.
Get one. I do.
I'll get one.
Yeah, get one.
I got my toolbox.
So what we'll do, the first giveaway, the Mora, thanks to RW. He sent 4 of these. And then J.O., your slip. And we got a bunch of swag in there. Knife Doctor, J.O.Ventures decal. And then this thing here, I can't remember if you or Ray sent this. It came from one of you two. It's just, I got so much, it's hard to keep up.
Hey, I got a pin.
There you go.
I got Victorinox.
So our first winner will get those items.
Okay.
So if you want to write down a number between 1 and 100 and just put it in your lapel of your shirt or something to where we can see where you've hit it. I know I'm asking a lot. There we go. Can you put it up here?
Put it up here?
Yeah, okay. Put it right there. That's where we like to see
right
it.
there.
All right. So guys, pick a number between 1 and 100. I'm going to put start in the chat. You guys know how it works. The closest number, it doesn't matter if you go over. It's just the closest number. And whoever wins is going to get that package. And I love them Moras, brother. I love them.
So what's the first package? I forget. Is it got the
It's the Mora knife, your slip.
Okay.
So it's the red Mora.
Slip. Okay.
And RW sent these because Christmas. He wanted it to be red.
Mm-hmm.
Your slip. And then I think you or Ray, maybe you, maybe Ray. I forget who sent it.
Ray, I think, yeah.
So that's going to be the first prize. But let's talk about the Christmas giveaway, the month-long one real quick. So if you guys type Christmas into the chat, just do it. You only get 1 ticket per episode. We're going to get some swag with the Sarge cleaning cloth. We're going to give away the Sarge knife, the Turbo Lock. So there it is. Thanks to Tom, Knife Delights. Use Knife Delights at sarge.com for 15% off. We got the Swiss Army that Frank Keller sent that has the wood scales on it. Awesome blade. These two things right here that kind of they're Velcro. And then Frank also sent this carrying case. I figure this would be awesome. Someone could use that. But Jersey Knife Guy, he sent something yesterday, and I was like, dude, that's gotta be in a month-long raffle. And it's a Zippo fire kit. I just think that this is cool. I just think it's cool. And I think, Christmas raffle, Jersey, that's awesome, brother. So type in Christmas for your ticket. And each week I go through, we always rewatch the lives anyway. So whoever types in the word Christmas, I just put your name in a Word document. Then at the end of the month, I just cut those out and make tickets out of them. Sometimes I make them a little too small, but I make them. So what else you got going on over there? What videos you got coming out, J.O.?
I have two pre-recorded and scheduled for this week. The first one is tomorrow. It's on the case warranty experience with my Sawbuster Jr., so tune in for that one. The second one is on the marble sheath, and just saying, just a closer look at it. And that's what I've got so far. I would like to do videos on both the knives you sent me and also the Mexican tourist knife. So I need to do a video on that at some point. Let's see, what else am I going to do? I've got some other ideas, but that's what I've got sort of planned in the future here. So
I'll tell you what, and if you guys haven't seen Kevin's open tag, Boston Blade Reviews open tag on 3 knives you would carry if you were in the woods for a week. A lot of people responded to that, and if you guys want to hop on there and make a video about that, I know he loves seeing them. It was just a great video, and I'm into stuff like that because I grew up in the sticks. I was always out in the woods. I went to camp every year. So even when my oldest son was first born, he was a baby, and we were going out into the woods and just pitching a tent, and him and Sarah just staying for a few days.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of camping in northern Michigan and things. And have enjoyed that, and spent time in the woods up there. So really, really, really enjoy it.
And that's back before I had good knives.
Yeah. Byron, I'm going to put something about the warranty. Warranty went good. Yeah, it did.
I'm going to put stop in the chat. So I think we gave him enough time. And there was a bunch of numbers. There's a bunch of Christmas tickets that come through. So what was the number you picked?
It fell down my shirt.
There we go.
Okay. I saw some that were pretty close.
Okay.
I don't know if I hit it.
66.
66.
So if anyone's in here that can help us.
Mike, I think I saw a couple.
67, Sharp Guy, ATX 67.
Sharp Guy and Michael both had 67. Michael Espinoza had 67.
Okay.
I don't know if I saw any 65s.
I don't see a 65. It sounds like a good old-fashioned knife off, don't it?
It looks like it is. Looks like I'm going to pick another number here. Is that right? So
Georgia Adventure says Benjamin, but I don't know if he's responding about us. And Kevin, if you're in here,
69, but that's not close enough.
I got Sharp Guy and Michael Espinoza, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Okay. That's what I'm seeing too.
Okay.
Knife off. So write down a number between 1 and 10.
1 and 10.
So Sharp Guy and Michael Espinoza. What we're going to do is a number between 1 and 10. Whoever's the closest gets it. So I'm going to put start. All right. I already put start in there. So if you two want to put a thing in there, Sharp Guy and Michael Espinoza, I need a number between 1 and 10. So Michael picks number 1. So Sharp Guy, what number do you pick? Come on, Sharp Guy. Sharp Guy picked 5.
Sharp Guy gets it.
What is it?
8.
8. Sharp Guy ATX. So I don't know if I got his address or not. I'm going to look here real quick. Sharp Guy. I don't know if I got his address or not. I don't think I do. I'm just still looking like a dummy while people are waiting. So Sharp Guy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mailing address, or I'm going to put my email address in the chat. I need you to shoot me an email with your address. It's also on my I've almost put the wrong email in there. So it's jdennand@gmail.com. Remember, there's a D after Denon. jdennand@gmail.com. Email me your mailing address, and if you could do it before we get off of here, that would be great, so I can confirm that I have it. But I think I've communicated with you in the past.
Yeah, congrats.
Congrats, Sharp Guy ATX.
That's
Just
a good
shoot me
pack.
your mailing address, brother, and I'll get that out probably Tuesday.
That's a great package.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going out Tuesday of this week.
I wish you all could see this table of mine. I just wish you could see it.
Well, mine's a disaster, brother.
It's covered in knives.
Yeah.
It's just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life.
All right. So second, we'll do the second one now.
Okay.
You donated the Night Eyes retaining clips.
Oh yeah. Oh, this has got a good one.
Yeah, this is a good one too.
Yeah, this is good.
And honestly, we have this knife, this Ozark Trail, but
yeah,
there's a reason the Ozark Trail's in here, because he made an awesome scout carry sheath that would handle this knife or whatever knife you want to throw in there. And
here's
some
my
swag.
version.
But there's one right there he's got. There it is. Look at that.
Yeah, it's the stitching's terrible.
So we need another number between 1 and 100, Jo.
Okay, all right. Okay.
All right, he's got it. He's going to put it in his lapel. I'm going to hit start.
So
you guys, whenever you see the word start, just pick a number between 1 and 100. I'm trying to think, man, I tell you, I want to buy this so bad, Jo. You don't even understand how bad I want to buy this.
Is Sarah in here? Let's ask her about it.
I don't know. She worked. It's her weekend to work.
Okay.
And but we got separate.
She's doing some awesome leather work, by the way.
She bought a wood burning. She bought a leather burning kit now.
Oh, yeah.
She's got like some deer and stuff that she's burning into the leather.
Yeah, I've done some burning, and I can't say it's wonderful, but yeah, I've done some, and so it's fun. It's fun to do it, and I did some few items for Pete that I burned.
Okay.
And also knife delights, but I like stamping better. I don't know. I just feel like it turns out better for me anyway, but hers were beautiful. I mean, she's really doing some awesome work.
Yeah, she used to do wood burning, and that was the first class we had together in high school. We had we had ceramics together, advanced ceramics. We were advanced in ceramics because we had already had the regular ceramics, so then you could take advanced ceramics.
Oh wow!
So yeah, so I got to write down who won that. Sharp Guy won the first. He won the Mora package.
Yeah, Sharp Guy.
Sharp Guy.
Yeah, these are good packages. Now I haven't been paying attention to the numbers. I see one that's pretty close.
Okay.
Did anybody hit it?
Oh, she's in here. She says, and thanks, John, for the kind words about my leather work.
Oh, you're welcome. Is she? I need to ask her. Did she ever use the needles or that?
I'm sure she did.
Needles, but I was breaking needles. I was making those projects. I was buying the cheap needles from Michael's, and I kept breaking them. And I went to Tandy and I said, I keep breaking needles. And the lady was like, you're buying those cheap ones from Michael's, aren't you? Like,
she says, yes, I sure did. So she's used them.
Good. And she said, you buy these. They're kind of expensive, but you'll never need another needle again. And
yeah,
it's been true. I'm using the same, but the first two out of the package, and I haven't changed them yet.
That's good. So, the quality's good then. I think everyone's had I think everyone's put a number between 1 and 100 in here, haven't they? So let me put stop in here. So we'll hit the stop button. What's the second number?
22.
22. So let's see who.
I saw some 23s.
James Stork, 23.
Yeah, I thought I saw another one, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Kind of looks like he might have got it.
He may have. I'm going up still. Yeah, I only see 123 and not a 22. So it looks like Mr. Stork has won.
Awesome.
Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, though, because I like to get confirmation. So it looks like James Stork won. But yeah, Kevin says James Stork. So congrats. And I talk to him all the time.
Great.
And it honestly would probably be easier for me because next weekend's a flea market and he's going to be there. So if we could just
take it to him.
Yeah, we could just, probably be quicker, honestly. So yeah, I'll get with him on getting his package to him.
Wonderful.
And we could just do a little, we always meet up at the flea market. He usually likes to go on Sundays. So James Stork, and that's a good prize. Well, they're all good tonight because your leather's in all of them. So,
well, thank you. I appreciate the kind words and the kind words of many people in the chat. Sorry, I couldn't really type any messages in there. It seems like I've been talking everyone's ear off here tonight, but it's just been awesome to be here. That's for sure. Appreciate you inviting me, you in Boston. And Kevin, I hope your family member is doing well, and prayers go out to them.
Yeah.
So, I appreciate everyone's support and just kind words. So yeah, this was fun. Very fun. Yeah. And so I guess we have a few minutes though, do we?
I got something I picked up yesterday.
You need to show me some more knives.
Knife Delight's pulled out. He's sitting down behind this display case, just pulling stuff out. And I hear Big J. So I go over there. He said, look at this. Smoky Mountain Knife Works advertising knife.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But that's not it. I mean, this thing was made in the USA. I don't know how good that's going to come in or how good you can see it, but Novelty Knife Company USA. So this is a USA knife.
Very cool.
And we were going to flip a coin to see who was going to buy it, but he really got a good buy. He ran into something the first place we stopped that was absolutely phenomenal. And I think I even sent you the video of it. It's like a little 1-minute video of him opening it up.
You did, yeah.
It was in a box, and he's like, Jerry.
Yeah,
so I run over there, and I'm like, let me get my camera out.
Yeah, that was very great. That was just awesome. I'm sure he'll do a video on that, but
yeah. And it's in my video because I just kept taking little snippets throughout the day. Okay. So my video, I open up with meeting up with him, and then I talk about what I've got, and then at the end of my video, there's snippets of us in stores. And in one store, he's pulling out these Bowie knives. He goes, I should get this for Junior, a big old Bowie knife. So yeah, we had just a killer time, man. And I always do when I meet up with you guys.
Yeah, that was just so much fun. I just really, really enjoyed that a lot. It was so great to have Radio Geek and Byron there.
Yeah.
I appreciate that very much. Them coming out and meeting us and, just coming to the event. That was awesome.
Yeah, yep.
It was really, really a good time. They did such a great job with that. And, we heard such good things from Georgia Venturer and from, Mike Curtis goes to a lot of those events.
Yeah.
I think Terry went to one, but, and met them there. But, is very cool. So I hope they do more. I assume they'll do more each year. But,
I picked up this little, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of a Kent. It's a little Stockman.
No, I've never heard of that.
I picked it up yesterday, not knowing much about it. I paid $12 for it. And I think it says New York City, USA on the tag.
Oh, cool.
But it has an awl. And then it's got and I wanted to show this on here to see if anyone had any information about it really quick. I don't know if Ray at North Star Knife Reviews does, but that's what she looks like. She needs cleaned up.
Oh, yeah.
But I got this with the Victorinox that come in the tin, the Hofwitz, or however you pronounce it.
Hofritz, yeah.
So I got this and that Hofritz for $20.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
And the back spring's a little. It's got these.
Yeah, it's got a little.
Well, it's just, you can tell it's old by how it's made, and yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I love finding knives that need to be cleaned up. It's like Knife Doctor, his videos and stuff are really cool. and it's kind of the same thing. I just love doing that. I love finding knives that need to be, cleaned up, and so I think it's really fun. So that's a great find. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
That company, but
I saved this one for Kevin. He had snapped. I mean, the tip was
Ooh.
completely. It would look like a flathead screwdriver, and I put a new tip on it for him this morning before my day even got started. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna go out here and work on your knife real quick, and I fixed it the best I could on my belts, on my belt sander, and got it sharp for him. I mean, it's sharp. It's a working edge now.
It's very cool.
But it's very similar to the original. This is mine. It needs sharpened and tuned up itself, but not much difference in the two now. So, well, I'll tell you what, Jo, I want to thank all these people one more time. We still got 50 people in here, brother.
That's great.
I want to thank you for your donations and coming on to the show tonight. Georgia Adventure, EDC Leatherworks, Jersey Knife Guy, J.O.Ventures, Knife Delights, Tim's School of Fish, Mike Curtis, Byron Kennedy, Baxter's Blades, Jesse McJames, North Star Knife Reviews. He won the night. TK, Thrifty Kaniffy, Radio Geek, Doomcrew Outdoors, Dwayne Letterman, RW, and Frank Keller. And RW and Frank donated a lot.
It's so great to have that much support, and this community is just, it just blows me away every time, that's just, it's just awesome, to see all the support, and it's my pleasure to come on here. I love it. I'll come on again if you have me at some point.
Oh yeah, dude, you got to stand it. I told you before, you just tell me and we'll pencil you in,
Well, I appreciate that very much. Appreciate what you and Boston do to, organize this, and all the people in the chat, and that's what makes it fun too. I mean, we like showing knives to each other, but it's having the people comment, you all coming in and being here with us, it's like you're in the room with us. So I really appreciate that very much.
Yeah, I tried to put up more comments tonight because it was just you and I was able to focus on the chat a little heavier. And I try, and guys, I try. Sometimes I can keep up with it. Sometimes I can't. You just gotta, I'm not a computer guy by no means, but my son gave me this huge gaming computer now. So I'm trying to get a little better with this stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to thank everybody. Everyone's saying one more hour. I think this is about the sixth one who says one more hour. I would, guys, but I haven't even ate supper yet.
Well, I appreciate that very much. That's quite a compliment for people that want you to continue on. But
I forgot I bought this one too.
Oh wow,
LB7.
Oh, that's an LB7. Oh,
yes.
I just happen to have an LB7 somewhere in here.
I found this on our last stop. I had a bunch of money left, and I was like, Tom, we're going back to the original place. I'm gonna buy a bunch of knives.
Okay, so I bought this as a teenager.
Yeah.
In the 80s. Hold on a second. I don't have it in here. I have the sheath. This has never been used. This is mint condition LB7. I don't know the exact year. It has the serial number right there. And apparently that's part of what you use. So I don't know if somebody can tell me.
Where's the serial number at? Down in there, or?
It's on the brass.
Okay.
On the bolster. See that?
Oh, I see it now. Okay.
Yeah. So starts with a Q, and that's part of how you date these, I think.
Okay.
But
mine don't have that.
There's the Tang stamp, but this has never been used. I don't know why I bought it. I don't know why I never used it. I guess I was afraid to use it. I probably spent a lot of money on it as a kid or whatever, but man, that thing's honking big. Plus it's a really big knife, I'm probably not going to carry this around. But unless it's in the woods or something, but
now this has never been sharpened. I don't think it's been used a lot. It's got a lot of patina on it, and it has a lot of patina on the case. So you can tell someone carried this through the woods or whatever, but I don't think they ever killed a deer and used the knife.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, compared to a buck 110 light.
Okay.
It's a buck 110 light. But just made a slip for Michael for $1.10.
Okay.
I used both of these to kind of gauge the size, so he wouldn't have to send his $1.10 to me. But yeah.
Dwayne Letterman says that was his hunting knife for 30 years.
Oh, wow. Oh, it would make a really wonderful hunting, camping, outdoor knife. This is like a tank.
Yes.
I mean, and
mine's the same one. I tell you what, at the last stop, I told Tom, I was like, listen, I've only spent a little bit of money, and I took quite a bit with me. And I'm like, I want to go in here and spend some money. And I seen that, and they wanted $30 for it, and I just paid the $30 because I've been wanting one.
That's probably not a bad deal.
Yeah, and look at the blade. I mean, you can tell it. And I haven't cleaned this up because look at the brass.
Sharpened.
Well, look at the brass, how patina it is. So I'm going to hit it with some Mother's wheel polish. And
this rag has some flits on it from past. It just shines it right up. I mean,
Crispy says he's got a Buck Selector from '89. He's a West Virginia boy. Yeah. See, mine isn't quite that good, I don't think. I'll just do
yours
it.
Probably been used more than this one has. I know it has.
It's a USA knife.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can tell by how the Uncle Henry's written and stuff, but
when I first got into, I thought about trading this off, but I can't do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't. I can't do it. But yeah.
James Storks, that's a great deal for $30. And me and James Storks gonna get some great deals. There's even a knife and gun show he's trying to get me to go to over in Peoria.
Oh.
So I got to talk to Sarah and see what we're doing. Baxter says just add oil, Jerry. And I'll definitely do that. I just haven't had a chance to do it. James, let me know how you want to receive your package. Because we can meet up and do it that way if you want to, buddy. And I did get an email from Sharp Guy. I got the confirmation. And everyone's talking about sandwiches and meatloaf. And dude, this has been fun.
Oh, it has. It has been really fun.
Kevin's still in here too. $30 all day. That's a deal. I've seen them much higher.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've seen them $60, $70, I think. Or even higher than that, 75. I think what I found. But
well, what I've got to go with it is the old timer. My father bought me this when I was in my 20s, I think.
Ooh.
Because I would always ask him after I would shoot a deer, I was like, hey, give me your fixed blade so I can gut the thing. And he wouldn't always be I didn't have a good deer knife. I was broke, I had a young kid and I didn't make a lot of money. And he bought me this for Christmas one year because we were part of a hunting camp.
Yeah, that's cool. That's like the $1.10 version, from Old Timer or whatever, very similar.
It's the Golden Bear, the 60T Golden Bear.
Yeah.
And you can tell I've used it to go through some sternum area and some pelvis. But man, this thing is wicked sharp. I put a BigJ edge on this and whoo, she'll bite you. But
yeah, the Golden Bear. That's cool. That's a very cool knife. Look at that sheath. That's cool.
Yeah, I carried that through the woods in West Virginia for a few years.
Yeah, I got a lot of comments on my
but here's the sheath.
I came with 5 knives, your top 5 knives or whatever, in my Leatherman sheath. I got a lot of comments on the Leatherman sheath.
Oh, I commented about the sheath too.
Yeah, you can tell I've used that sucker. Yeah, this is a very, very cool knife. I had this on my hip all through my golf course maintenance days.
Yeah. You talked about that. And James Stork, I got your message. We'll meet up next weekend. And so Sharp, BigJ, what's your thoughts on the Gunny Sidekick and Magna Cut? I do not like the Sidekick version of the Gunny. I just like the original version. That's just my opinion, though. But if you're into it, brother, go for it. I think that's the one that has a more of a clip point on it. But yeah, man, I could go on for another 3 hours. J.O., we got to get off here, brother. I got to eat dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. Because we were talking, I'm like, I forgot to even show
LB7s. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, that is very awesome. Very cool.
And then I've got to get Kevin's knife that I repaired out to him this week. So yeah, it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a great week. I appreciate everyone who stopped by and been a part of this chat, because this chat has been blowing up the entire night. Now everyone's talking about what they're eating for dinner, and it's making me hungry.
And Byron said something about a gun and knife show in Indy. They have a lot of gun and knife shows in Indy. If you ever watch,
They do.
Birdshot 4, they live in Indianapolis and they go to a lot of gun and knife shows.
I do see them. I'm on their Instagram.
Yeah, Bird and Frankie, they go to a lot. They live in Indianapolis. So,
have you ever been to that stinking camper and boat show in Indianapolis?
No, boat sport and travel show. It's at the fairgrounds, state fairgrounds.
Holy, you get lost.
I've never been there, but I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Maybe a long time ago, but
they got the choices.
I have a booth at the Flower and Patio show, which is on more gardening and landscaping, and it's really gotten more into home improvement too. But so I know kind of the area there, but through work, but.
Yeah, we went over there when we were looking to buy a camper, and we did buy one, but we didn't buy it there.
Cool.
But the amount of options, I mean, it's overwhelming. The boats and campers, I'm like, I can't even think.
Yeah.
So, all right, brother. Hey, well, I want to thank everybody for coming on. Jay, do you got any last words?
Hey, I just want to say thank you to everyone, and thank you to Big J and to Kevin for all they do for the community on this show. Thank you for all of your videos. Those are YouTube content creators. Love your videos. Sorry I can't watch them all. I tried to do my best, but you know how it is. You probably have the same problem, but thank you to everyone that watches our videos and comments. We really appreciate the comments, by the way, and appreciate that very much, and the support with my leather work. It's been really just fantastic, and I appreciate that very much.
Yep, same here. I can't reiterate that enough. The support that we get from the community, and BDH is in here again. He's in here as well. So, we just talked about the traveling, the Mexican Bowie knife.
Bowie?
So, guys, I want to thank everyone for coming along tonight. It's been a great show. Next week, Kevin will be back on. It may just be me and him. I don't know yet. I got to talk to him and see what we want to do. But hey, guys, thanks for coming along. I appreciate it. Don't forget about everyone who's donated. Check them out. And thanks for coming along, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.